Reactions Part 1. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Reactions Part 1. Well, the USA and Iran negotiations are going on. Well, the Americans came along lately with a 14 points proposal to develop an agreement on the ceasefire. It was responded by the Iranians, but Iranians took very long to uh, tender their response. They took 10 days. And then there are some very interesting responses, very interesting reactions, very interesting replies to the Iranian proposals. Well, first of all, the American president had said that there are not just fools in USA, but there are fools in Iran as well. And he has compared the Iranian response to a fool's response and called it thoroughly rejectable. And then he said that Iran took 10 days to respond, which they could very easily do within 10 minutes. So there was no need to take 10 days when they could have easily responded within 10 minutes. It means that uh, the Iranians are playing with the nerves of the Americans. And they know that the Americans are waiting for them, the whole of the world is waiting for them, and they have started playing with the nerves of the world. Well, they have got every right to do so because they are the nation who have been suffering for the last 47 years. You cannot put sanctions on a nation, especially for 47 years. Such brutal sanctions that if we impose the same on you for a day or two, even forget about 47 days, you will start crying. And yes, the Iranians are on a retaliation mission. Well, there are some other very interesting responses by the Iranians. The Americans, not by the Iranians, but rather the Americans. The American president has said the other day that the ceasefire between USA and Iran, the ceasefire between the two nations is in an ICU, and the chances of the survival of the patient are only 1%. Another very interesting comment by the American president that the Iranian ceasefire, US Iranian ceasefire, is an ICU patient with the survival chances only 1%. And yes, uh, the American president has shown his embarrassment in public, talking to the media. Sometimes call it the draft by a fanatic, on the other occasions, call it a draft by the hardliners, calls it a draft by the fools. And he admits that there are fools in America, and we find the same in Iran as well. Very interesting comments. And rejects those proposals made by the Iranians and goes on not to provide an official response to the Iranians. Well, we haven't really seen any official response by the American to these Iranian proposals, and now they are opting the medium of Chinese to address the situation. The American president will fly from USA on 13th of May, that is today in Pakistan, and it will be so in America later in the hours, and will arrive China when it will be 14th of May 2026 in China. He will stay in China for 14th of May and 15th of May, and we do expect mediation on Iran in China as well. So the very important topic in China can be Iran.